Hi, and good morning from the Aiden Homestay here at the Calcutta and Passikudah Beach, and located only around 35 kilometers north of Batticaloa. And as you can see, the weather is not really cooperating with my plans to drive now to Batticaloa City and explore the Dutch fort. So I decided to have my breakfast here at the guest house, and wait it out until the rain stops. Finally, it looks like the rain stopped, but as I am not 100% sure, let's just go nearby and explore the Passikudah Beach, which is located just a shy 4 kilometers from here. Now, as I mentioned in my previous episode, Sri Lanka's east coast isn't as well known as many of the long-standing resorts to the south and to the west of the country. However, the beaches here are spectacular, and if you're looking for a tropical paradise with swaying palms, endless sandy beaches, a relaxed and easygoing vibe, you will definitely fall in love with the beauty of the Passikudah Beach. And here we are, at the Passikudah Beach. Now normally when the sun is out, and the sky is blue, this beach is becoming the poster pin-up picture of beaches, as it comes with pristine soft white sand, and clear and clean translucent water. And during the peak tourist season, from July to August, it is one of the best places here in Sri Lanka, for a nice and relaxing beach holiday, as it is perfect for snorkeling, diving, sailing and other water sports. But don't worry if you come outside of the high season, because the inwards curved beach of the Passikudah Bay makes the swimming experience great throughout the year. And as the weather now has improved, I am very excited to go and explore the lost and somehow forgotten city of Batticaloa and its Dutch fort. Now while I'm driving, let me try to explain a bit about the history of Batticaloa. To me, Batticaloa remains me a bit of a lost and forgotten city, because the earliest writings I could find is dating back to only the 6th century of Anno Domini, when a special coastal route by boat was established from the Jaffna Peninsula southwards to the Shavite religious centers located in Trincomalee and further down south to Batticaloa and Thirukaville, passing the many small Tamil trading settlements that were established here on the east coast of Sri Lanka. This trading boat route was most probably established during the time when Sri Lanka was under the rule by the Pallava kingdom of King Simhavishnu and Narasimhavarman I, from 537 to 668 Anno Domini. And then, an almost full 900 years passed, without much historical writings on Batticaloa, until the Portuguese arrived in Sri Lanka in 1505, and establishing a trade relations with the Kotte kingdom. During the early 16th century, their sole intentions were directed towards defending their trading interests, particularly the lucrative spice trade. However, with time this policy gradually changed into territorial ambitions with the objective of outright conquest. And so, with the rise of the Mughal Empire in India at the same time, and Sri Lanka's unbelievable rich resources, as well as its favorable strategic location for both the trade and the naval security here in the Indian Ocean, this all was leading to drastic and greedy changes, and into the wish for a total occupation of Sri Lanka by the then Portuguese invaders. And so, by the late 16th century, the Portuguese influence strengthened here in the local courts of the Kandyan and Kotte kingdoms. This was leading to the subduing of some of the Jaffna's Vanamai chieftaincies by these from the Portuguese-influenced kings. At that time, the Jaffna kingdom functioned as a logistical base for the Kandyan kingdom that was located in the Central Highlands, but with a total lack of access to any seaports. And so with this mischievous acts by the Portuguese invaders, they then gained access to the Trincomalee and Batticaloa seaports, located here in the east of Sri Lanka. And here I arrived now at the Batticaloa Fort, which was then constructed by the Portuguese in 1628, as a trading and administrative center. It is set on a small island, extending into the swampy lagoon, and was built to fortify the Batticaloa settlement, as well as to survey the brackish waters that protected the city's outer banks. At that time, the Dutch army then also arrived in 1602 in Sri Lanka, due to the lucrative prospects of trade, and the abundance of pepper and cinnamon, grown by the local community here. However, it was not until King Rajasinghi of Kandy urged the Dutch army to intervene, and so the new European colonial power here in Sri Lanka took action, and capturing the Batticaloa Fort in 1638, from the losing Portuguese, and so the Dutch could establish their new sovereignty in this region. The fort bordered by a moat on two sides, and the lagoon on the others, the stone fortification, remained in Dutch hands for nearly 2 centuries. Before the British entered the country in the late 18th century, and took control of the Dutch fort here in Batticaloa. The site has significant religious implications dating back to the 1st century before Christ, evidenced by a Buddhist stupa and a Shastra script from the Ruhuna kingdom that remains in this area. Although, as I previously mentioned, not much of this history is written down, because of heavy sea erosion, insufficient fundings, encroaching developments, and the tsunami of 2004. All this has conspired to the damage of the structure and its surroundings. Moreover, the ethnic violence that has rocked the island for more than 30 years, did also prevent the conservation efforts. However, I learned that there are now new plans, to move the government employees which are now occupying the fort, to new premises. And then to completely renovate and open it for the public, and that could help the community and further promote the fort as a religious and historical symbol of the Batticaloa city, and attracting more tourists to the area once again.
They still use this today?
No. It's an English tank, final British tank.
Okay.
They make it and take the people and standing there. They are put the rope to the neck and join the rope to the chain, and they are put the chain feet and break the grass that's in the neck. Take off the wooden feet and fell down the body and take into the body to the water lagoon and crocodile come up. Then the lagoon crocodile.
And the crocodile still here?
Yeah. More than 2. Very dangerous. Avate crocodile. Idala. Especially dangerous.
We don't know. It's impossible.
Yeah, I think they are. Yeah, because the life, work, the provision job,
With the fort visit behind me, let's continue with the city history a bit more. I learned that Samanthurai, a town in the present day of the Ampara district, was the primary capital of the Batticaloa region until the colonial period. And after the Portuguese were defeated and the fort was captured in the war with the alliance of Candian and the Dutch East India Company, Pulianthavu city became the administrative capital of the district, which lasted until the independence of Sri Lanka in 1948. Then once again, in 1983, Sri Lanka was embroiled into a civil war that lasted for almost 26 years, and during this difficult time, the city of Batticaloa was almost inaccessible and forgotten by the foreign tourists. Now, the modern Batticaloa has largely recuperated and is becoming again an active, prosperous and a diverse city of Tamils, Muslims, and the Burghers living peacefully together. Many people work in government sectors, or are farmers, carpenters, and fishermen. Even though Batticaloa is a rather small town, but it has the benefit of being surrounded by many villages that are helping to elevate the city to an important place of trading and social activities, here at the eastern coast of Sri Lanka. However, nowadays many rural people move towards the town due to various benefits, and making the city more crowded. As of today, the city of Batticaloa, I can see, is a nice city with many wide roads, many new buildings, a good numbers of public parks, and many clock towers. And for the convenience of the city's population, it is also sporting a modern shopping center, good up-to-date schools, many hospitals, diverse public markets, and much more. I also learned about the Batticaloa's nickname, and that's called Land of the Singing Fish, due to some musical sounds by some aquatic creatures that can be heard near to the Cow Lady Bridge in the Batticaloa Lagoon, but unfortunately only on a full moon day. Furthermore, Batticaloa has 3 lagoons, with the 50-kilometer-long Batticaloa Lagoon being the largest one. It opens to the sea in Palomino, near the Batticaloa Lighthouse, and stretching as far south as Kallar. It is a natural resource for a wide variety of wildlife, nature, fresh breeze and much more. Interestingly, the city is also called Madikalapu, which is of Tamil origin, and means muddy swamp. Anyway, all of this interesting features and locations, is making this city again a must-see place, here on the east side of Sri Lanka. As you can see, I am already near to my guest house, so I will end my video here. I hope you liked my small clip and thanks a lot for watching, and surely looking forward to see you in my next episode, when I will drive further down south and explore the one and only leading surfer's paradise of the famous Arugam Bay, here on the east coast. Don't miss it. Thanks for subscribing and see you back, in my next episode, of Sri Lanka Uncovered.